Hi, this is Mike with Thrive, and welcome to January's SEO Performance Report. Just as we do every month, we tabulate and put together several key performance indicators, and we do this to track our overall campaign performance and keep an eye on the overall health of the website. So diving right in, our first metric that we evaluate is our top 5 keywords. Our top 5 keywords are keywords and queries that are rendering positions 1 through 5. And that's on the first page of the Google search results. Looking back here on January, we traced 34. So that's an increase of 2 from this time last year, and still maintaining that range if you look back historically. So the focus into 2021 is to get additional variations of keywords and get ranking for those. And focusing around relevancy, and this traffic will have a high propensity to convert to a lead. So that's the strategy. So looking at January, again, 34, let's take a look at what those keywords are and some of the estimated volume associated with them. I've loaded our keywords in this report. As you can see, the keyword, the query to the left, followed by the search engine result type, the corresponding position, the amount of change in 30 days, and the average cost per click all the way to the right. And we just use average cost per click from an SEO standpoint just to determine relevancy and see what some of the competitors are willing to bid on. So looking at our keywords, we break them into 2 components, one being our branded. So this would contain Pyramis property management and or variations and or locations. Those are all branded themes. It's important to rank well for your branded keywords because these are visitors that are typically doing research on your brand. It could be word of mouth, and also they could be returning. So again, in any one of those situations, you want to make sure you're ranking as high as possible. And that has been the case, as you can see, with the several variations of branded themes that we have here. Picking up the knowledge graph, I am seeing that with a lot of clients. So I'm not sure if, I know we were there before. So I think the advanced web ranking report wasn't picking all that up at the same time. So now that we're starting to see that. But nevertheless, very good to see different diversification within the search results. You can't go wrong with that. And then our second fundamental portion of our keywords are non-branded. So this is going to be property management companies. Would not mention Pyramis company whatsoever. So taking a look here, a little bit of an upward movement for property management companies, San Antonio and variations. A real big mover was property management San Antonio, 8 positions to number 3. Again, San Antonio, Texas spelled out. And then everything else was pretty steady, just looking at the sample here. And again, we're seeing a lot of this local pack appearance. So that's great. And again, the knowledge panel here. So again, really January diversifying our search engine result types. So we'll take a look and keep our eyes on that and see how that traffic behaves, how it interacts with the content, and how it converts. Next key metric is total traffic. Total traffic is measured in sessions, and sessions is a measure of when a visitor goes to more than one web page within the website. Looking at January, we traced 1366, so that's up from this time last year at 909. Which is great to see. That's a good number of additional sessions. And that is also in step with, as you can see, October, November, and December have been pretty consistent through those months. And then again, a little bit down from December, but they're off above what we did this time last year in 2020. Let's take a little deeper dive into that session traffic. We can examine all the sources and take a look at our conversion data thereafter. I loaded our SEO progress report here in this screen. I have delineated and organized the historical reports into folders labeled 2020 and 2021 respectively. Let me know if you have any trouble accessing that. And your link to your shared folder is right here within the content, so please keep that in mind. Looking at the report date range, we're looking month over month in this window. And as you can see, our total visitors were up actually 6.09%, 1097 versus 1034. New users was just about even for the month, representing a 7.6% increase. So a small percentage of new users out of that, but still a good ratio of overall users to new users. Looking through our page views, pretty consistent. Again, that 5.01 views per session is very, very high. It's one of the highest I've seen in like 10 years. So that's very, very good. That's a huge sign of engagement. The traffic that we are getting is engaged within the content. So we're really awesome to report on that, and awesome to see that consistently month over month. Organic sessions were down slightly at 2.54, but that's based off of December. But again, pretty consistent there. And then we cleared the top of the list at 845, followed by direct, referral, and social. And we now represent 61.86% of the overall traffic, and a really super healthy average session time there as well. That's anticipated when you see that the average user goes to 5 pages. We would anticipate that this average session time would be well above a minute and a half, because it would take time to go to all those pages, and that would be very bottish if they were able to go to 5 pages and bounce out and get it all done in under a minute and a half. So, but good to see that we have a very healthy session time to accompany our views per session and our overall percentage in organic traffic. And our last key metric that we evaluate is qualified leads. Qualified leads are the submission points based in your contact form database. And specifically, we really just look at the property management submissions, and we also look at some of the other submissions in terms of residents looking for a particular property. However, most of these are property management related and sorted that way. So we have 25 within the database. Looking through that one portion, that one form is pretty clean actually. It looks really relevant. I don't see too much spammy traffic, as opposed to there's some other forms that comprise nothing but spam and solicitation. So that's on the traditional contact form. So we don't count those leads because I don't think that's going to serve us, be of value to you. So we really just look at everything that's dispositioned under property management. So good start to January at 25. That's a couple more than we did in January of 2020. And then we're anticipating some stability, as you can see from the last year, from August, as well going into September, October, November. It was pretty consistent in terms of the submissions. So we're looking forward to building off of that. As you can see, the lead numbers dropped pretty substantially looking at February, March, and April of last year. But again, that was really rampant and a factor and function of the COVID panic, and everybody kind of just shifting around and shifting the shifting volume of search. So again, that really had an impact, as you can see. But we're looking to outpace that already, just naturally. So we're really going to set the mark high and really try to strive. And really, I think it's a great opportunity for us to maybe surpass our numbers that we did in July at 37. So that's an all-time for July and October. So we're aiming for that for this month. And again, we're looking for additional themes that are centered around property management that could give us a little bit more of relevant traffic and that would have a high propensity to convert. So that's where we're gunning for going into February and into March. So just to give you an idea of what we're planning moving forward. So with that said, that concludes our reporting for this month. I really appreciate your attendance, Adam. We also really appreciate you guys as clients, and I look forward to helping you guys become more successful and having a better 2020. Thanks, Adam. I hope you have a great rest of your week.